What's going on YouTube? It's me again, C's, coming at you with another reaction video. This time we're doing the third number from the Broadway musical Hamilton. The song is called My Shot. We're reacting to the animatics right now. This happens to be szin or Jin. I'm going to stick with szin right now. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm going to keep going through all these pronunciations. So for now, we're going to stick with szin. We're doing szin's Animatic. And again, this is My Shot. In the last song, Aaron Burr, so we were introduced to characters, more than just Aaron Burr, right? We were introduced to Aaron Burr, who was played by Leslie Odom Jr., who won the Tony Award for lead actor in the musical, Hamilton. We were then introduced to John Lawrence. John Lawrence was played by Anthony Ramos. He was in the original cast for In the Heights, as well as being cast in the movie that's coming out now. And he was also in A Star Was Born with Lady Gaga. So he's John Lawrence. Then we were introduced to Lafayette. Lafayette is played by David Diggs. David Diggs won a Tony Award for his performance in Hamilton. I think it was supporting or like outstanding actor or something like that. But amazing job in the musical for sure. David Diggs. And then Hercules Mulligan is going to be played by Okirete Onaduan, better known as Oak. Oak Smash. He is playing Hercules Mulligan. And so these are his friends. There's a little bit of historical inaccuracy here, which I will be linking Social Stud, Brady's. I'm going to be linking his video down here. He's going to correct some of the things that are not historically accurate in this number. But Lin-Manuel Miranda, he knew about this, right? And I remember seeing an interview where Miranda was like that he only has 2.5 hours with us, right? 2 hours to really tell us a story. There's no way that he could have kept this chronologically accurate. So right away, introduced to the characters. And again, motifs will be coming up throughout the musical. In the last song, we heard Burr, Sir. It's going to keep coming up. And also The Shot, right? So one thing I love about Lin-Manuel Miranda's work is that he does those like double entendres, triple entendres in this one particular motif, The Shot, right? So he's not going to throw away his shot, his opportunity. But then shot becomes a little bit more like taking a shot of liquor, as you'll see. And then we know what happened. I mean, historically, we know what happened between Aaron Burr and Hamilton, right? So the shot becomes a little bit more literal. So anyway, so anything that's relevant to this video, I'm going to be linking down in the description below, as well as, please, yeah, so I'm like just blanking out right here, but I'm going to jump right into the video. Please like, share, subscribe, leave comments, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go. This is My Shot, the third number from the Hamilton musical. They don't dance like this. They don't dance like this on the stage. Scholarship to King's College. Excuse me. King's College, as you may or may not be aware, it is now called Columbia University. So it's still there. It still exists. And yeah, Hamilton was a student there. Shiny piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Mobb Deep reference. There's a song called Shook Ones by Mobb Deep. Check it out. That was a direct reference. That's another thing that Lin-Manuel Miranda does that I love. He's a hip-hop head. He is a massive hip-hop fan. He is an amazing freestyler. Like, he'd give up any topic. I saw an interview with him. The topic was gender equality, and he freestyled about gender equality, which, I mean, think about it. But he's a hip hop head. You'll notice, and I'm gonna point out references that I think are important to point out. So Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, only 19, but my mind is older. Here we go. And by the way, this song took Lin-Manuel Miranda, it took him 1 year to write this one song. 1 year. That's how dense, that's how packed with words this whole musical is, right? You can just hear it. You can just hear it. It's just so charged with energy and concepts and lyrical wordplay. So, yeah, so important reference, Mobb Deep, Shook Ones, only 19, but my mind is older. Let's go. Love this right here. Oh, it's so genius, so genius. Alexander. We are internal rhyming. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Uh, Give me all your cash. History is rad. Bro. Take a shot of liquor. There we go. It's becoming a little bit more literal, right? We're still not at that point of the actual shot that we all know happened, right? But it's becoming, now we're taking shots of something, right? It's not water, but it's time to take a shot. And was there something else I wanted to point out? No, let's keep going. Anarchy. So that was Lafayette, right? That was Lafayette. He was from France. He was a historical figure. I grew up not too far away from a Lafayette Avenue. In the neighboring town, there was a Lafayette Street. Didn't really connect. I mean, I knew he was historical. Like, I was always inquisitive enough, always curious enough as a child to like read and learn things, right? But it just didn't go beyond that. Like, oh, okay. Lafayette was the Marquis de Lafayette. He was a guy from France, born into wealth, aristocracy. I didn't know much about him until I saw this musical. Then I watched a little bit more, read a little bit more about him. He was a nobleman who kind of wanted, he was a young guy. He was like 18, 19. And he just became like one of Washington's right hand, aside from Hamilton, one of his like most trusted confidants, one of the most key figures, critical kind of henchmen for Washington to actually get things done with the Continental Army. You know, the Continental Army wasn't much of an army, but Lafayette had to make do what he had with, you know, and very ambitious young guy who believed in the noble cause of the American Revolution. You know, he was key in getting France to come, you know, and help us out. You know, him along with Franklin and Jefferson. But yeah, Lafayette, young guy, 19 years old. What were you doing when you were 19? I'm not gonna stop too. I don't want to stop too often, right? Local parentis. I needed to look that up, and it basically means you don't have parents, so you have someone else as acting as your parents. So I got y'all knuckleheads in local parentis. I don't have a mother father figure. I have you guys as my mother father figure. So let's keep going. Here we go, Burr. Keep your cards close, right? They're like, nah, we're not having that. hard rock like Lancelot. All right. This is something worth mentioning. That again, I'm going to repeat it. Brady from Social Study is going to elaborate a little bit more. Well, he'll have more to elaborate on than I do. And I read this in the biography. We don't know Hamilton's true inner feelings, right? I mean, who knows? Only you know how you feel inside, right? I mean, my parents, my family, my sister, they can tell me, oh, I know you, this and this, but only I know what's really going on in here, right? Same thing with Hamilton. From what we know from his letters, he and John Lawrence had a very close relationship and very close relationship. There are kind of thoughts out there that he and Lawrence may have had something going on. We don't really know if it was more than just a crush or what it was, right? But we have here Lin-Manuel Miranda saying, Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants are hot, right? Talking about Hercules Mulligan being a tailor's apprentice. I think your pants are hot. Lawrence, I like you a lot. That was a little sneaky way for Miranda to kind of put that in there, but there's something there. We don't have concrete evidence, but definitely the letters that were going back and forth between Lawrence and Hamilton, they were very charged, I'll say. So again, Brady will have more to say on that. Spot. Yo, in front of a crowd. I love that line. So I want you, I've noticed these things. I want you to guys, if you can, I want you guys to pause every now and then and just like look at these small little comments. They're pretty funny, pretty cute. So this is what it's like to have friends. Let's keep going. Young, scrappy, and hungry. Love that line. Because the country wasn't a country yet. Young, scrappy, and hungry. Oh, the harmonies. Rooftop. Get the rooftop. So well drawn. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. Oh, this line coming up right now. This line. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. That's very hip hop. That's very poetic, right? But it's so hip hop, like. Another one. He does this throughout the whole thing. I'm living fast, I'm laugh, reach for a flask. Oh, I love that. And the baby champion and the cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants. Are we in nation states? What's the state of a nation? Oh. He hits so hard. He hits so hard. I'm just going to rewind it just for that one little clip there. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow. So hard. he hits it. Oh, they're so quick. They're so quick. Go back and read them all. This took forever, over 600 frames also. Oh, I mean, God, you have to be patient, right? You have to be patient. I mean, to draw all of that out, man, I can't draw. I can maybe sketch a little bit, but I can't do that for a whole song, 900 frames. Like that's wild. But there we have it. That's the number 3. That's the third number from the Hamilton musical. It's called My Shot. Thank you, szin, for the animatics. Very well done. Again, go back and read all of szin. I mean, they put that in there. He or she put that in there for a reason, right? Those little small, just check them out. Please go check out the original video as well. Give them some love, some likes and subscriptions, please. And yeah, I'm gonna be linking anything that's relevant to this video. Social Stud, szyn's original, any of the other reaction videos that I may find that may have a little something more to say. I'll put in the description what they actually brought up as well. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Good night.